My name is Isaac Reichman. I am the Director of Public Information for the City of Chicago Department of Business Affairs and Consumer Protection, BACP. I'm here today to talk to you about the Chicago Small Business Resiliency Fund. As a reminder, please make sure that your microphone on your speaker, tablet, computer, on your phone, however you are accessing this webinar, please make sure that your microphone is on mute. We have over 500 participants on this webinar, and it would be impossible for us to ask questions via audio. So please make sure your microphone is on mute. You can submit your questions to the chat on the side, and I will do my best to answer those questions over the course of this webinar. Some of the more specific questions, however, will need to be answered by the lenders for this loan. And those questions, I will give you information on how you can submit those questions to the lenders to enable to get those answered. So, a quick overview of the Chicago Small Business Resiliency Fund. This is an emergency loan fund to provide over $100 million in low-interest loans to small businesses affected by the COVID-19 crisis. And today, I'm going to provide an overview of the loan terms, the application requirements, required attestations, and how you can go about applying. I will repeat this over again. I'm getting a lot of questions already on this. The loan application will be live today for the city to begin accepting applications. It is not live at this point. Our web engineers and our lenders are working very hard to get it live as soon as possible. We will be sending a link to everybody that is participating in this webinar and anybody that has filled out the registration, the interest form. We will be sending an email right when it is live with a link to the application. So again, it is not live at this point, but it will be live today. So please pay attention to your email later today with information on the application. Additionally, once the application is live, you will be able to find it at chicago.gov/BACP, my department's homepage. You'll be able to find it also at chicago.gov/coronavirus, the City of Chicago's homepage for everything COVID-19 related. So please, again, pay attention to your email and find those sites to make sure that you get your application in as soon as possible. Again, it is not live at this point, but it will be shortly. A little bit more about this fund. It was created under the leadership of the mayor, the city treasurer, and the chief financial officer. With over $100 million donated from both philanthropic dollars, funds from the city treasurer, and from the city of Chicago. It is administered by BACP, my department, through Community Development Financial Institution, or CDFI partners. These partners are organizations that have a lot of experience providing low-interest loans, microloans, to small businesses. These are lenders specifically prepared to implement a loan of this type. Again, applications will be accepted beginning today. Again, as a reminder, you will receive information on how to apply. We will send a follow-up email to everybody that's participated in any of these webinars, or anybody that's submitted an interest form. You will receive information shortly on how to apply. I know a lot of you folks filled out the interest form that was posted when this was announced a week and a half ago. Please know that interest form did not constitute and does not constitute an application. That was to get your name down on being interested in learning more, and you will still be expected to fill out an application. Another reminder about this loan. This is a stopgap measure. We know that this is not going to be the end-all, be-all for small businesses. The intention of this is to provide immediate cash flow quickly to businesses affected by COVID-19. So, again, I will repeat a lot of this as we go through the webinar. we ask that everybody please check out www.chicago.gov/coronavirus for all up-to-date information on everything COVID-19 related for the city. So, the loan terms. So, be a low-interest loan for a term of up to 5 years. The specifics on the interest rate will be shared when the loan goes live today. But it will be low-interest loan for up to 5 years. The loan amount is up to $50,000. It will be sized based on your revenue before the COVID-19. So, maximum of $50,000, but it will not be $50,000 for everybody that qualifies. The loan proceeds are required to be used for working capital, with at least 50% of those proceeds going towards payroll. You also will be required to attest and commit to retaining your workforce at least 50% of your pre-COVID-19 levels. Now, we understand that many businesses are not operating right now. So there will be some flexibility on how quickly you get up to 50% of your pre-COVID-19 levels. Obviously, with so much uncertainty right now about the length of this crisis, we understand that there will be some flexibility on issues like that. So here are the requirements for getting the loan. Businesses must have suffered more than 25% revenue decreases due to COVID-19. Businesses must have fewer than 50 employees and gross revenues of less than $3 million in 2019. It can go anywhere from 49 employees down to 0 employees. Businesses that are sole proprietors can apply. At least 50% of the employees must reside in the city of Chicago in order for businesses to meet the requirements of the loan. You must be located within the city of Chicago. So, in order to apply for the loan, you must either provide a City of Chicago business license or a City of Chicago business address. We know that not every business does have a city business license for a variety of different reasons. So, either a business license or a city business address. You must have no pre-existing tax liens or legal judgments. And you must be in operation for at least 1 year at the time of receiving the loan. How to apply? Again, the application will be available starting today. It is not currently available. But we will be sending a follow-up email shortly with information on how to apply. A link to the application will be found, not currently there yet, but will be found when it is ready at chicago.gov/coronavirus and chicago.gov/BACP. As part of the application, you will need to provide the following documents. You must, again, a business address within the city of Chicago. You must have a valid business license, if applicable. Again, we know that some businesses are licensed by the state or don't have a business license. You will need to provide bank statements dating back to October 2019. And you also will need to provide your most recent tax return. We understand that many folks have not filed their taxes, their 2019 taxes at this point. So a 2018 tax return will suffice. You will also need to provide your photo ID. A city key will be accepted. This needs to be of the loan applicant, the business owner, or the loan applicant. If a business is split 50-50, you need at least one of the owners to submit a photo ID. Additionally, you will be subject to a debt check for the city of Chicago. A couple questions coming in. I'm going to try to answer some of them as I kind of come in, some of them at the end, and then some of them, again, I will have to refer you directly to the lenders to help answer those specific questions. One thing I saw come through was whether nonprofits can apply for the loan. Yes, it is eligible for nonprofits. Application support. So, businesses looking for application support can contact their local Neighborhood Business Development Center, or NBDC. To find your local MBBC, visit www.chicago.gov/NBBC. You will find a list there. So the city partners with 67 different delegate agencies, NBBCs. These are your local chambers of commerce. They have a relationship with the city of Chicago and can help provide support. BCP has listed the organizations that are specifically ready to provide support to this application on chicago.gov/NBBC. Additionally, the Resiliency Fund itself will have a team of experts to answer questions and to guide applicants through the application. When the application goes live later today, you will have the opportunity. We will provide you information on how you can submit some of the specific questions you have to the Resiliency Fund team, and they can help answer those specific questions. They have a large team on hand to answer some of these specific questions as it comes in. Now, this team will be working very hard to get the loans up and running as soon as possible. But we do understand that there is going to be a high level of demand for this. So we do ask that you we anticipate our ability to churn these out very quickly. We do ask for a little bit of patience as we work on this. A couple applications I see, a couple questions coming through. Again, we will have some folks on hand through chicago.gov/NBBC in order to help. So we got a couple questions about whether folks can have more than one business. You would apply if they're all owned by the same owner. You would apply for one loan for all of the businesses. So another question I had was how the applications will be handled. So it will be handled on a first in, first out, first come, first served basis. So it will be handled on a first come, first served basis, though there will be measures in place to ensure equity in the distribution, to ensure that loans are dispersed equitably around the city, around different industries, and also around different industry types and income levels. Before I get into some additional specific questions, I do want to talk about some other available financing. So the state of Illinois has created a hospitality emergency grant program specifically for bars, restaurants, and hotels that have been affected by the COVID-19 outbreak. Applications for this are available now through tomorrow, through April 1st. So any hotel, bar, or restaurant that is being affected by COVID-19, we recommend you all to apply through the state of Illinois for a hospitality emergency grant program. For more information, visit www.illinois.gov/DCEO. Additionally, on that website, illinois.gov/DCEO, you will also find information for loans available to businesses located outside of the city of Chicago. So I know we might have some folks on here whose business is not in the city of Chicago. For you, please visit illinois.gov/DCEO in order to learn more about what is available to you. Additionally, the United States Small Business Administration, or SBA, is providing small business assistance through the Economic Injury Disaster Loan, EIDL, program. Loans are available for up to $2 million in assistance to small businesses. To apply for assistance, and these are currently available, sba.gov/disaster. Additionally, and this is not up here yet because it is not 100% finalized. Additionally, as you may know, the federal government has recently approved, I believe, $350 billion in loans that will be administered through the SBA directly to small businesses. We will be sharing information on that as soon as that information from the federal government is available. However, I do want to make you all aware the CDFIs, Community Development Financial Institutions, that the city is partnering with for our resiliency fund are also available to help disperse federal money as it becomes available. So when you apply for the Chicago Small Business Resiliency Loan Fund, you will be connected with a lender through some of our community partners. This lender will help you navigate the entire universe of funding that is available to you. And they will make sure that you get the funds that are best suited for your business. So, hearing questions again about that federal PPP funds. Again, the lender that you are connected with will help you navigate that landscape. We will be also sharing information with you as soon as that information is available. Right now, we do not have specific guidance from the federal government on those loans, on when that money will be available. However, we will be sharing that with you as soon as it is ready. Which is why I want to make sure that, I'll skip ahead just for 1 second. I want to make sure that you guys are aware of all of the different resources available for small businesses and for everybody that has any questions about COVID-19. First, I want to point you, and maybe these are in the wrong order, but I want to point you to the second bullet point here. Please bookmark, visit every day, chicago.gov/coronavirus. This website will have all the information that you need on everything related to COVID-19 in the city of Chicago. Please visit this website. There's information here on what you should do if you are sick, if your employee is sick, anything related to that. It also will have information on business resources. So again, as soon as the application is ready, you will be able to find it on chicago.gov/coronavirus. Additionally, I ask you to visit chicago.gov/BACP COVID-19. This is your landing page specifically for businesses, consumers, and employees. Please visit this page for up-to-date updates, resources, everything you need to know about business resources under the COVID-19 outbreak. Additionally, I want to plug again, chicago.gov/NBDC. This site has all the information you need to connect with your local chambers, folks that are providing business resources specifically in the community. Finally, ChiBiz Hub, which was put by World Business Chicago, has a page specifically for small businesses. Please visit chibizhub.com/COVID-19 support. I want to provide a couple additional updates. Want to flag for you that the City of Chicago has deferred all business tax payments until April 30th, 2020. To learn what that means for your business and your tax payments, please log in to chicagobusinessdirect.org. Please note that this means that the tax payments are deferred until April 30th. That does not mean that you should stop collecting business taxes. So you can still and should still collect restaurant tax, plastic bag tax, amusement tax from consumers as in the typical way that you would. But just the tax payments are deferred until April 30th. Again, I want to plug chicago.gov/coronavirus because there is updated guidance specifically for businesses and employers put out by our Department of Public Health. We know that there is a lot of confusion and misinformation out there about this virus and about what you should know. I ask that you always refer to guidance from your health experts. They are the ones that will provide you accurate information. So please visit chicago.gov/coronavirus. Finally, BACP's offices are currently closed, as are most City of Chicago offices. However, we are continuing to process business licenses where applicable, either online or over the phone. If you want to know how to apply online, please visit chicagobusinessdirect.org. Or you can call 812-74-GO-BIZ. Again, along with your business taxes, license late fees and renewals will be deferred until April 30th, 2020. All business taxes, that includes ground transportation tax, is deferred until April 30th, 2020. So, before I get to the end and answering a couple questions, I just want to go over the important things about how to apply. I want to remind everybody that filled out the interest form that did not constitute your application. You will still need to apply today for the loan. Again, this information will be shared soon via email. Everybody who has either submitted the interest form or they have participated in any of these webinars will receive an email later today for this information. The interest rates, again, will be low. They will be shared and will be public once the application is available. So you will have information on the interest rates before you apply. Getting a couple questions on whether the information in this in this webinar will be shared. When the loan goes live later today, there will be a landing page that has all this information and more about the loan. Also, on that landing page will be in the FAQs will be available. There will be a place for you to submit questions specifically to the lenders. Some questions that are coming in are about specifics to your business and about specific things that will come up during the underwriting process for the loan. So many of these questions will be answerable will have to be answered by the lender, and we ask that you submit those questions via the web form once the application goes live. Additionally, I do recommend that everybody, if you are not 100% sure if you qualify or don't qualify, we encourage that all of you do submit this application, because there will be opportunities then for you to have a conversation with the lender and to find out exactly what works for you. A couple questions. Will this application be available in Spanish and in other languages? Yes, it will. And additionally, through our local neighborhood business development center partners, there will be opportunities for application support in other languages. So we encourage everybody to please check out their local chambers in order to have the application support that you need in order to complete this application. As a reminder, this is a loan that is administered by the City of Chicago with neighborhood lenders to provide support. The names of those lenders will be ready when the application is live, and these lenders, again, have a lot of experience providing small loans of this amount to locations, to businesses like this. Some recommendations about applying for the full $50,000. Please understand that there's a lot of businesses interested in this, and again, this is not intended to provide all of the financial relief that businesses need during this time. Yes, please remember, this is just a stopgap measure. And please also understand that there are thousands of businesses in the City of Chicago that are interested for this loan. So please, the intention of this is to be money to just help you pay the bills that you need to pay right now and help you kind of get through this challenging part. A couple points of clarification. I was mistaken. Want to clarify. The City of Chicago's Neighborhood Business Development Center partners include local chambers. They also include business service organizations, community organizations, folks in the neighborhood to help businesses in lots of different ways. Another question, we're hearing questions about whether you have to pay to submit an application for this. You do not have to pay to submit an application. We're also getting questions. There's been a lot of information in the news about a forgivable loan. That loan that you are talking about is the federal loan that will be administered through the Small Business Administration. So more information about that will be forthcoming in the coming days when the federal government makes that information. But remember, when you submit an application for the Chicago Small Business Resiliency Loan Fund, you will be connected with a lender that will be able to walk you through everything that is possible. And this lender will make sure that you are getting the best loan that is available for you. There's still a lot of information out there there's still a lot of information that we are waiting to receive from the federal government about the CARES Act and about the loan that is available through there. So, we encourage you all to apply because you will be connected to a lender that will help walk you through that process. And we'll also make sure that you're not being disqualified from other loans that might be available to you. I'm getting a couple questions again from folks that are located outside the city of Chicago. This loan, the Resiliency Loan Fund, will only be available to folks within the city of Chicago. However, the state of Illinois does have a loan fund available for folks located outside the city of Chicago. Please visit www.chicago.illinois.gov/DCEO for more information on that. I got a question about a city key. That's something I should have clarified when we went through. The city key is a local City of Chicago photo ID. You do not need to have a state or federal ID in order to apply for this loan. Your local city ID can work. I know that there are a lot of questions on this loan. I know there are a lot of questions that are coming in. Again, I encourage you will receive, again, if I can ask everybody to make sure their microphone is on mute, you will receive information later today about how to submit some of your specific questions directly to the lenders themselves. So I apologize to everybody whose question I was unable to answer through this presentation. Again, I ask if everybody can please make sure that their microphone is on mute. Thank you. So I will be wrapping up the webinar now, but I will be sending an email to all of you later today with more information, including how to apply and how to make sure that you are able to get your questions answered directly through the lender. We know that everybody has very specific questions, and we will be doing our best to answer those questions as quickly as possible. So, again, please pay attention to your email. Please visit and bookmark chicago.gov/coronavirus, and also visit chicago.gov/BACP for up-to-date information specifically for businesses. So, again, without further ado, we will be wrapping up the webinar, and I will be sharing more information directly with all of you later today.